Hello guys, my name is Vijay, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about functions. We are going to talk about all kinds of functions. I'm pretty sure that you guys might be wondering, when the functions are coming, because Kotlin is supposed to be kind of like functional language and all stuff like that. And I just talked about variables and comments and all those kind of loops and control and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started and let's just get a little bit real with the functions, I guess. So what is function? Well, this is a beginner level course, so I just want to go a little bit deep in that. So for example, if you're creating a 5 instruction, right, and you're just putting here and there, that will be not that organized, and you might have to, if you want to use it again, you might have to write it again, all those 5 instructions or something like that. So what do? You actually group together those things into one code block, right? That is function. It's that easy. So function is nothing, it's just a group of statements that you guys are you want to execute and you want to reuse again and again and again in different places. That's it. And you are just giving that name to that thing. Okay, that's the function. So for example, in the Kotlin main, so this is a main function. Okay, this is like entry point, as I told you, when the program starts. So how you define a function? Okay, let's see in Kotlin. So it's easy, it's fun. So yeah, it's literally fun. So when you define a function, you have to define with the keyword fun and the name of function. Okay, and then parameters, for example in here parameter name is, and the type. This is like Pascal case, so you have to give like name, parameter name or variable name, and type. You can again give it's where or just read only, this way also you can give. And then you have to give written type. If nothing, then unit will be the nothing written type and something like this. Oh, sorry. So in the case of function, this where or well won't be allowed. It is whatever it is from the upper whenever you are passing the parameters actually. So that is in the case when you are building classes and everything. I apologize for that. So remember that this is not allowed. Okay. I'm using like kind of like Vim extension with IntelliJ, so that's why it's kind of weird, and sometimes I make mistakes in typing and everything. So you see where, right? Well, see, these things are not allowed, so just be careful with that. So you got the whole idea, right? All the functions and everything. Okay, now how you can call this function. So let's say this function is doing nothing, just printing something, hello world. You can call function by the name of the function. Okay, so the first thing is declaring function, and then function usage. So name of the func, that's it. I'm just gonna put, I don't know, anything I can put because it's not doing anything about it, right? So oh sorry, it's asking for int. I should have write string in here, because name is supposed to be string. Okay, so here you go. Let's just compile and just check it out. Compiling already. Warning. Yeah, hello world, right? So you can see it's calling the function. So it's right now it's like this, but you can actually literally do it, like control P, something like this, and it should take care of it. Now you can see how you define the function and how to call the functions, right? Now let's talk about the function parameters. Okay, so this is what name, right? This is actually, it's called parameter, function parameter. Okay, so this is the name of the function, and this is the keyword that we are using to create the function. So the Kotlin compiler will know that this code block is a function, regular function. Okay, so here I have defined name. I can put like age as integer, and I can just instead of just pronouncing the age of this guy is this much. Okay, that's it. and I'll just give name and a 26. Yes, that's my age. Not so old, I guess. And compiling, right? So you can see the age of this guy is this much. So you created a function where you can print the age of this particular guy. Okay, so now what if I don't want to give the age. For example, if you're writing some function, let's write a function where we define a guy, if it's like boy or man, so we'll give a criteria. Sorry, let's just not go with that philosophy. Okay, let's go with the philosophy where it's allowed to drink or not. Okay, so I'll just create a fun if it's allowed to drink alcohol or not. Okay, so I'll just create is allowed. Okay, now this function will take age as a parameter and name as a parameter. Okay, and it'll return boolean that yes, this guy is allowed or this guy is not allowed. Simple, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check. So I'm going to use if else. Yes, if age is less than 21, then I'm gonna be returning false. Now this guy is not allowed to drink any, and I forgot these boxes. Yeah, drink, else yes, this guy can drink. Okay, so here you go. As you can see, okay, name, I'm just going to print it out also. No, we already have written statement actually, so we don't need to print it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just call these functions now. So I'm gonna be storing that. You can actually store that value into some variables. So I'll just say is allowed of type boolean. Sorry for that. Okay, and is equal to is I'm just going to call the function. I'm gonna give name VJ and I'm 26. So let's say I'm allowed to drink or not. I'm just gonna be like println is allowed question mark. It should be true, right? Let's say but it's allowed true. So you can see right how it works. So what I did, I actually created function. When I put all the logic over there, I just get whatever input is required and I'll just give the output. So this is how you do return type. Okay, that okay, you are returning some value, and based on that value you can actually do another kind of things. You can chain together a lot of things, but that's like sort of like advanced topic to do. I mean, if you are just learning new to programming or new to Kotlin, then this should make sense for you as a functions. Okay, now default argument. So what if age, if I'm entering age nothing, right? If I'm not giving any age or something like that, and I want some default argument, so I can actually write that okay, default argument is 10. Okay, so now what happens is I can just say okay, this guy is allowed. There will be a situation. Right now this doesn't matter that much, but there'll be a situation when you want to do that. You don't want to pass around all the arguments. For example, if you're creating some sort of DB connections and all sort of things, right? So you want to have some sort of default arguments, that password protected. Yes, by default this should be the password. By default, this should be the location from where I actually read the encryption keys and all those kind of things, right? So what happens right now, you see, I'm just allowed to pass the name and it'll still work, right? The function expect 2 arguments, but I'm actually passing 1 and it should still work. It is working. Why? Because now when you don't pass any age, right, it'll take age as 10. But remember, there is only one caveat in this, that all the default arguments should be at the end of the function parameter list. Okay, so for example, if name is also default, then it's okay. but here name is a required argument. You will always have to pass it because there is no default. So you should actually go in that order. Just start with all the arguments which are required and there is no default value for that, and then just move it to the other side. Okay, so you have to do like this is called like positional parameters, but there are another way. There is a way you can actually come over come over this limitation using named parameters. Okay, so what if I just want to be like oh sorry, I want to do something like okay, something like this. Okay, see, it's throwing an error. Why? Because right now we are doing as a page you as a positional parameters. Okay, so instead of that I can just instead of just doing this, what I can do is I can give like something like this, and this will work now. See, now it's not throwing error. Why? Because, and this is one of the really good feature I think Kotlin provides. It provides you to it's allowing you to do named parameters, so it becomes very easy, right? You don't need to go through that positional order. Okay, that the age should be the only first, and name should be the second parameter and stuff like that. You can just say, okay, name is this and age is 32 or 30, right? See, and it's really good. I mean, if someone is seeing your code, right, they can literally figure it out, that okay, these are the parameter you're passing, and this, I just love this feature in Kotlin, honestly. And if you are doing a lot of Kotlin programming, you will get used to it and you will love it too, I can guarantee you that. So this was name parameters. Okay, let's talk about the variable arguments. Okay, now for example, there will be a situation when you might want like something like variable arguments where you don't know how many arguments you will be getting, right? So let me just clean out this code and let's create a function okay, where arg, or I don't know, get names function. Okay, so now you don't know the amount of names that guy might give, right? Okay, so one solution is you can actually expect an array of names. Okay, or you can expect a variable arg. So for example, you can just say where both the situations gonna be same. Okay, okay, I'm reading nothing, so I'm just gonna be like unit. Easy, right? See, so now what happens is this names, it's actually an array. Okay, so for example, if you want to print who is let's print out all the people who are there, right? So we learned some loops and everything. So for name in names println, the name is, I like to do a little bit of those. Okay, it's easy, right? So now whatever number of amount of name you are getting, now see, it's not array, remember that it is still so you can just be like, okay, VJ, you can see that, right? And it's not throwing an error. Why? Because it's a variable argument. Simple. You can give one argument, you can give any number of arguments. It's that, I mean, this is again, if you are doing from JavaScript, name is VJ, right? You can just say see, right now I just did something like this, right? Because it's an array only. You can just say AJ, you can just say Salman, you can just say Amir. These are Bollywood actors, not the first two, second two. So okay, let's just try it out. So what happens with this is your function won't throw an error. So if you are expecting some sort of variable amount of arguments, you can actually create a where arg. You have to just put where arg keyword in front of your whatever parameter that you define, and it will automatically become array of that particular type. Okay, so this was like the basics of all the functions. In the next tutorial we'll be talking about lambda expressions, anonymous functions, closures, and higher order functions. So just stay tuned, guys, and thank you very much. And again, please, if you have any issue or any trouble or something that you want out of as a tutorial, or you don't have time to learn, or you don't know how to learn, or anything, you want me to present it to you, just tweet me or comment it, okay, anywhere you are seeing this video. I would love to get your feedback, and I promise you, if something I can do, I will do. Thank you.